Good morning, this is Uncle Larry B, and I'm in the plane this morning. Just wanted to show you some of the instruments. First of all, we'll show you the panel with the toggle switches and all of the circuit breakers. Here's our little side door on the pilot side, and we're gonna go look here at our instruments. Down in the corner you'll see a strike finder. I'll turn that on in a second. Then we see the G500, and you can configure this a little bit differently. You can configure the G500 like you see it here, or you can change the size. We'll change it back again. So you can see we can make the PFD smaller and the MDF bigger, or the PDF bigger and the MDF smaller. So what you can also do is you can make it full screen. So you can make the pilot flight display full screen like that. So now we've got a full screen display, and then you can bring it back to having an MFD also. So here's the Garmin Gtn 750, which is a wonderful piece of equipment, and it's on channel 2 right now. You can put it so everything's on channel 1, and now you're monitoring channel 2, or you can just put it on channel 1, or just put it on channel 2. Also, if you want to add a frequency, say we're going to add 126.8. So we'll hit the bottom frequency here, and we'll do 126.8. And if we want to put it in the top slot, we hit transfer. If we want to put it in this bottom slot, we hit enter. So let's put it in the top slot. So now let's put 119.0 down here, 1190. So we're going to hit enter to put that in the bottom slot. And then you can flip-flop these by touching the top spot. That's how you flip-flop them. And they will actually say what the airport is, what the navigation aid is, etc., etc., as you go through it. Now the GNC 355 is just a mini version of the GTN 750. So here's the S-Tech 3100 autopilot, which is new, but it's been newly updated within the last week or so to have the VNAV function. So that's an extra several $1,000s. So here's their VNAV button right here. So this controls the VNAV function. So that's the S-Tech autopilot, which is just an absolute wonderful autopilot. Here's the EDM engine analyzers. They're excellent. They scroll through each cylinder, and then they scroll through the list on the right side of each unit. So the left unit is for the left engine, and the right unit is for the right engine. And I'll get it closer here so you can see all of the functions that it will scroll through. And in that circle, the top is the manifold pressure, and the bottom is the RPM, which is 0 because we're just sitting here not running. So this is our transponder right here, which is the GTX 345 ADS-B in and out. So that's a wonderful transponder. It's got a timer in it. It's got several other functions that you can do other than just a transponder. And on the co-pilot side, I left some older gauges so my grandson could figure out what old gauges used to look like, but we put in 2 new G5s, one with an attitude indicator and one with the HSI. And then over here back on the pilot side, we have to have a backup for the G500. So here's another G5 down here, which is the backup for the G500. And that's sort of a quick look at it, I'll show you the control or the throttle quadrant, and then down here I'll show you the 3 green lights which show that the gear is down, and down here is our magneto switches. Here's our master switch and our alternator switches. There's a starter button, and here's a starter button, and this is for these 2 levers are for the engine driven fuel pumps. You can turn them on low or high. You always turn them on low for takeoff. Always turn them on low for takeoff. And then we left some of the other gauges over here just to have another gauge so that my grandson would be able to figure out what old gauges used to look like, because young kids nowadays have no clue what old gauges used to look like, do they? So they need to know from some of us old timers what the gauges used to look like. Oh, we also have Rosen sun visors. That's another nice touch. Rosen sun visors. And you can see in the back here, I'll turn the camera toward, we don't have any tears or any stains in the interior here. No tears, no stains. We'll look back here and we'll look over my head. No tears, no stains. You can look back in the back. We fly over a lot of water, so we have our life jackets in the back, but you can see there's no tears, no stains. This also has an air conditioner in the back. The fan of the air conditioner runs great, but it won't stay cold, so it needs something done with the compressor of the air conditioner. But it does have a factory air conditioner that's electric, not engine driven, just so you know that. So now we'll look out at one of the engines. We're just setting here, of course. So there's one engine, and we'll look out at the wingtip. The plane's filthy dirty right now, so that's one wingtip. And the other wingtip over here, I've still got the cover, the airplane cover on, so you can't see that wingtip. So bottom line is, this is basically the instrument panel of this aircraft, and all together I paid, don't tell my wife whatever you do, I paid $117,499 for all these avionics, and the vast majority of them were put in a year ago. Now there's an airplane coming in. You can see right here there's an airplane coming in for a landing, and in just a minute he should show up on the other. So look along this runway. You can see the airplane coming in. Plus 100 is coming down to land. And then over here it shows that same aircraft coming in to land. So you can see it overlays the traffic on all the screens. Overlays it on this screen, it overlays it on this screen, and it overlays it on the GTN 750. Alrighty then. No matter what you turn it to here, after like 5 seconds it reverts back to heading, which is very handy. So we'll just turn the big knob to altitude, and this time I'll just punch it in. We'll put in 2,000 feet. Before, remember, we did it by this knob. So I'll just punch that and put in 2,000. Enter. So now it's 2,000 feet. And then you tell the autopilot, how do you want to get there? So we're at 5,000. We now just put in 2,000. How do we want to get there? We can do it by either indicated airspeed or vertical speed. And when you change the altitude in here, either climbing or descending, the plane won't do anything. The autopilot won't do anything until you tell it how you want it to get to the new altitude. And again, getting it to the new altitude can either be indicated airspeed or vertical speed. And that's just sort of the way some of this stuff works. I hope you enjoyed this. I can show you a lot more later on if anybody's interested. And also these G5s, they're so cool. The bottom G5 again is the HSI that you can use for approaches. And this top one has a airspeed tape on the left and an altitude tape on the right. And it's also an attitude indicator. So it's 3 instruments in one. Actually, in this plane, I have 5 altimeters, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Our regular old style altimeter. 5 altimeters in this plane. You think that's enough? Okay, well, that's basically it. Here's where you control the flaps up and down. And I think that's about all. So I'm going to stop right now. Hope you enjoyed it. And press that subscribe button and press that like button. Subscribe to the channel of Uncle Larry B. Thank you. Bye-bye.